I'm about to do a demo video to show you how to train Roxy to do the place command. She and I have been working on it some today, so she's going to have a little bit of a foundation to help you out. But remember, as I was telling you, that the success of the place command for any dog and owner is based strictly on repetition and practice. So she will be as strong with this command as she is practiced. It's that simple. So if you want her to be the dog who you can send to place and have her stay there when you go to answer a knock on a door, then you have to practice this thing 3,000 to 5,000 times. So that means every single day, if you can. You don't want to spend long amounts of time practicing it. As I mentioned, short spurts are always best for you and for a dog. So 10 minutes, 2 or 3, maybe 4, depending on your schedule, times a day. And every day if you can. The more repetitions, the better she will be at it. So having said that, let me turn around and show you. I use a Corunda bed. You've seen these at the house. It's a cot that's off the ground. And I like these for a couple of reasons. One is that because they're off the ground, it provides a clearer distinction between the place zone and the rest of the floor. It isn't imperative. Plenty of people, including myself, use dog beds or blankets or other things. But if you feel like investing 30 some odd dollars, you can get a Corunda bed, and I can send you a link if you want it. You can get one on Amazon or Chewy.com. They're not very expensive, and she does not need a big one. It's the kind of thing you can put away if you don't want it out and bring it back out, but it's also the kind of thing that you can put outside. I have a couple on my decks here at home because they dry off so quickly. So they're really not weather sensitive, which is lovely. So, Corunda bed if you want. Don't feel like it's absolutely necessary. She and I have been working today with a Corunda bed, but she can learn to do it with anything. If you show her a place, she can do it anywhere, anytime. When she's good at the place command, if you're at somebody's house and you just throw a blanket on the floor and you do the place exercise a couple times, she will understand this is place here at this house. So it's a really flexible, diverse kind of a thing. All right, so let's get to it. What you're going to see is me leading her on a short leash over to the bed, the cot, and you will hear me say place one single time just as she's about to step up. Not before and not after she's got a paw in there, just as she's in the motion of starting to step up. When she gets all fours on there, you'll hear me say yes or good. It doesn't matter, just one good affirmation. And then I will pause for a few seconds. I do not reward her when she gets on the place. I did it first, but now she knows what the word means, so I don't need to treat her then. I'm going to give her a treat when she completes the sequence. So she goes on and I say, yes, good. And then I give her a few seconds, and then I give her the release word, which is break. When I do that, I tug on the leash because I want to show her what break means. She doesn't know what that word is if we don't show her. So that's one of the reasons why I keep a leash on. So I will tug and say break, and when she breaks, that's when I celebrate and give her a treat. And then I repeat. So we keep repeating, and what you'll see is that I start giving her longer and longer stretches of time before I tell her break. You're also going to see me walk around her a bit. We call that proofing. We start coming up with things that are tempting for her to get off. Now look at this. She's going after a bag of food. Can you see her? Moxie, leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Come here. Come here. Look at what a good girl you are. Good baby. Okay, back to the video. That's just a little bit of real life. A day in the life of Mo and Moxie. Okay, so you're going to see me walk around. We call this proofing. When we are trying to strengthen a dog's understanding and skill at a command, we create temptation. I think I told you that I used Moxie as a temptation to proof Fish when he was doing plays. So I'll start by walking around her and walking away, and then I'll drop the leash, and I will just add progressively more exciting temptations. If and when she breaks early without me telling her to, I do not correct her and I do not repeat the command. I just pick up the leash and lead her back. So this should start to make sense. But when you're proofing a dog, you're testing her. If she's not ready, if I throw treats down, And for treats, she jumps off the bed, then I know she's not quite ready for that, so I dial back again. So, all right, let me get the camera ready here, and we will start rolling. Hold on one second, look at this now. Just keeping herself busy while I talk to you. Moxie, come here, baby. There you go. She's funny. Okay, bear with me. Let me put the cushion back up here. Come on, Moxie. Good girl. All righty. I like these professional homemade videos. Here we are. And there's the bed. Good, good. Okay. Now let me fix this because it will drive me nuts. Good. Okay. All right, so here we go. You ready, Sugar? Moxie, ready? Moxie, place? Yes. Now, if she needs for me to steer her with the leash a little bit, like if she started walking and started going off the edge, I would use the leash to put her back up there. If she starts getting off now, I'll use the leash or I'll block her. It's perfectly fine if you think she's about to hop off early for you to give her a sound cue or to step in and block her. And if she does step off, to put her back up there. You don't repeat the command, you don't scold her. Now me walking around, this is a form of proofing. Right now I'm holding the lead, and the reason I'm holding it, here she goes. I just put her back up. The reason that I'm holding the lead right now is because when we get to the point that we drop it, a lot of times picking the lead up triggers a dog to get off. I'll show you that in a second. But first, break. Yes, good girl, Mox, good girl. So you see that it was just a quick tug and yeehaw, we're good. So I give her a second to eat her treat, and then Moxie, place. Yes. Now you see she's looking around, she's distracted, so I may need to, oh good, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to dropping the leash. Oh, yes. So she stepped off by putting her paws up on that settee. Good. I'm saying good because I want you to see this. So she's getting sassy, biting the lead. I don't care. If she gets a reaction out of me, she has changed the nature of our interaction. I'm training her on the place command, and she's trying to get me to do something else. So boom, I drop the lead. I don't care. And you'll see why I don't care in a minute. I'm walking around. She sees fish outside the door. Now, I'm going to see if she understands this word. Moxie, break! Yes, good girl. I knew she might understand it because she's been practicing the downstay where we also use that word, of course. All right. So when she started pawing at me and biting the lead, trying to change the conversation, I just ignored her and stayed on my task, eyes on the prize. Moxie, place? Yes. Yes. So I walk around a little bit more. If I could, which I can't because of the way I set this up, my mistake, I would normally put it in the middle of a room so that I can circle around. Because when you walk a circle around a dog, a lot of times that creates excitement. So I can still keep my hand on the leash just to keep her up there, or I can go ahead and let's just see what happens. So proofing is all about, is she ready? She's not ready for me to drop that leash. But see how I just calmly, I don't say anything to her. So if she wants to occupy herself like this with the leash, fine. Because that's not what I care about right now. So I'm going to walk around here. Now I'm going to do something that's something I wouldn't normally do this soon, but I have treats in my hand. So I'm going to put them on the floor. Put her back into place. So notice I'm not using that other command that tells her not to touch something. I'm saying you're in place, and there you must stay no matter what is happening. Break! Break! Good girl, come on. Here we go, break, good girl. So that's lovely. That's lovely. Let's go ahead and try that again. You ready, baby? Let's go. All right, let's have it. Ready, baby? Yes. She's trying to shake me down for treats. So I don't use the other command, the leave it command. I want to work on place. So when she tries to get off, I just step toward her there. Spatial pressure, right? So this is spectacular. You see how smart she is. It's okay for me to give her a verbal. If I had my hand on the leash, I'd give her a leash check if she started to go. It's okay for me to intervene to stop her. What I want to see is how long can I not intervene. So now I'm sitting down over here. See her figuring it out? Yeah, baby. She's figuring it out, and I just stepped toward her, spatial pressure, and gave her some sound. In fact, she's barking. I don't care that she's barking. So what she was going to do was do an end run. This is a lot for her, so she's doing incredibly well with this. I'm going to pick them up. Break! She broke a little early on me, but that's okay. So you get the idea. What we're doing is place, yes, good girl. And then we don't talk, and then we start walking around and seeing how she responds to our movement. Sometimes when I have a dog like that, I'll go over and open a door. Anything you can think of that might be something that would cause her to jump off the place. That is proofing. If you do something and she jumps off place, that tells you, okay, she's not quite ready for that level of excitement. So let's dial down the proofing and do something else. All right, so I hope that that is helpful. Sorry that I'm so verbose, but this gives you a full view of what's going on. So let's take one more look at her trying to get Fish's food. Moxie, leave it. Good girl. Here's a treat for you. All right, over and out.